Hello everyone and welcome back to IELTS with Saad. It's IELTS Online Lectures 5 and in today's lecture we're gonna discuss some reading techniques. Guys, if you remember in IELTS Lecture 2 we discussed some reading techniques, that what kind of questions you can expect in IELTS reading section, and like what are two major types. We discussed in order and not in order questions. So in today's lecture I'm gonna tell you some techniques related to fill in the blanks. We're gonna take some sample questions from IELTS Cambridge book 14, and we're gonna see how it goes. So this is test 1 from Cambridge IELTS book 14, and it's academic, but the technique is same, the pattern is same. Only the difference between IELTS General and IELTS Academic is the length of the questions. Otherwise, the type of questions are almost same. There is a slight difference which we will discuss later, but uh, the question we're gonna solve today would be fill in the blanks, and it's in both IELTS General and IELTS Academic. So let's start. And so this is test 1, reading passage 1. And remember, as I said earlier, that we do not have enough time in the IELTS reading exam that we can read the whole passage first and then look at the questions. We have to jump to the questions straight away, look at the question, and then look for the answer in the passage. So let's go and look at the questions. Just you can, if you want, you can read the title first, the importance of children's play. So just so this is question for test 1. And so remember one thing, it's very important, especially in the reading section, to read the instructions, because if you do not follow the instructions you will not get any marks for it, even if your answer is correct. So question 1 to 8, complete the notes below, choose one word only from the passage for each answer. So you cannot write more than one word. Write our answers in boxes 1 to 8 on your answer sheet. So remember, follow the instructions. If you write 2 words, you will not get any points for it. So let's start with question 1. So the question is, building a magical kingdom may help develop blank. So just by looking at the question, if you have watched my video of lecture 2, I described that fill in the blanks is an in order question type, means that you have to look for the answers in order. So very easily you can see that it's fill in the blank questions. So question 1, building a magical kingdom may help develop. So what you have to do immediately is look in the passage and look for the synonyms. Building a magical kingdom may help. You have to look for especially the words before. In this one there is no words after the blank, so you have to look for the words, focus on the words. Like, you have to look for all the words, but you have to specifically focus on the words immediately before the blanks. So important words are help, develop, something which helps you to develop something. So let's look for the synonyms or the words in the passage. So we have already read the title, so let's start reading. But you in the exam you do not have to read, you just have to scan quickly and look for the answers. So brick by brick 60, Alice is building a magical kingdom, imagining a fairy tale, turrets and fire breathing dragons, wicked witches and gallant heroes. She's creating an ancient world. Although she isn't aware of it, this fantasy is helping her to take first step towards her capacity for creativity. Again, I will read this part again. Remember, I'll go back on the questions for you guys so you can see what the question was. Remember the points. You have to understand what is asked and focus on the words immediately before the blank. And more importantly, the instructions. So, building a magical kingdom. But like when you build a magical, it may help you develop what? What does it help to develop? So let's go back here and see. Although she isn't aware of it, this fantasy is helping her. See? Helping her to take her first step towards her capacity. Means first step towards her capacity. It's synonym for develop. When you take first step towards capacity, develop for creativity. So the answer would be creativity. Helping her first step towards her capacity means which develops for creative. What does it develop? It helps to develop creativity. Helps her to take her first step towards her capacity for creativity. So the answer would be building a magical kingdom may help develop creativity. And remember, one word only. So the answer would be creativity. Let's move to question number 2. Board games involve blank and turn taking. Remember words just before and after. It's a small sentence, so in this one all words are important, so you have to look for all the words, scan for all the words. Could be same, could be synonyms. So we'll go back to the passage and look for the words. So, and remember, it's fill in the blanks is in order questions. So your answer would be somewhere after this. So it will be important. No, oh, it's not here. Minutes later, Alice has abandoned the kingdom in favor of playing schools with her younger brother. When she bosses him around as his teacher, she is practicing how to regulate her emotions through pretense. Later on, when they tire of this and settle down with a board game, means after playing this, remember what was the question? Go back to the question and see. Board games involve dash and turn taking. It involves something. So what does it involve? Like it involves blank and turn taking. So it involves one other thing than turn taking. So okay, later on when they tire of this and settle down with a board game, she is learning about the need to follow rules and take turns with a partner. Turn taking is already given there. What's missing? Follow rules. She's learning about the need to follow rules. So the answer would be rules. Board game involve rules and turn taking. Turn taking is already given there. So what you have to write, the missing word is rules. So let's move to question number 3. Populations of blank have grown. Okay, again it's a small sentence, so sorry about that. So we have to remember all the words. Population of blank have grown, and it would be somewhere after this. So Rich variety, high human speech, say Dr. from the University, Cambridge, UK. Okay, right. Play in alter. Play because you found for question 2 you found the answer somewhere here, so it would be somewhere after, like could be here, could be after here, but not before that. Play in all its rich variety is one of the highest achievements of human species, says Dr. Whitebread from the Faculty of Education at University of Cambridge, UK. It underpins how we develop as intellectual problem-solving adults to success as highly adaptable species. Not here. Recognizing the importance of play is not new. Over 2 million ago, the Greek philosopher means developing it all. I'm just quickly scanning, I'm not reading over here, so it's not over here. But we live in changing times, and the wide world mindful of world decline in play, pointing out, see, world, but we live in changing times, and Whitebread is mindful of a worldwide decline in play, pointing out that over half the people means in the world, it's talking about the population. Let's go back to the question and see what is asked. Populations of blank have grown. Recent changes affecting children's play. So, pointing out that over half the people in the world now live in cities. So, means the population of cities have grown. So, the answer would be cities. Population of cities have grown. So we solved 3 questions in the video. The main aim of the video was to tell you about how to tackle if you face fill in the blanks question in the exam, and you definitely would, whether you're going for academic or general. Could be less questions, could be more, but you would face these questions. They are very easy, they are not the tricky ones, and like more students get a high score in that. So try to practice this at home, and I will say one more time the name of the book. It was IELTS Cambridge book 14, IELTS academic. And if you are a student of IELTS general training, you can practice it because the technique is same. You can practice it on your own books, and in later videos I will also take sample questions from general training books. So that's the end of the video, and thank you very much for watching. Take care, bye.